Hey everybody, welcome to our live. I am Heather and we come to you live each and every day, Monday through Thursday, 5 times a day, and then on Fridays, twice a day at 9 and 11. So we give you so many opportunities to get to know Luminous, see it, live it, breathe it, all of it. And so it is a great opportunity for you guys. And you're able to ask questions as we go along. And get real live answers. So we always like to go over the basics, the starter kit, what you get in that. So let's go ahead and go there. This is our icon. And we also have the Icon Pro, which is 2-speed. And then we also have the Legend. And they do come with makeup. So it comes with the 2 large bottles of makeup so you can practice. Think of the starter kit as your practice kit. We want you to get in there and get going with it, practicing, getting your hands dirty, if you will, and really just experiencing it. The more you have that stylus in your hand, the more you're going to learn. And so you definitely will want to do that. Then once you get it down, you will have the foundation so you can color match 365 days a year. Now that we're into fall, hey, our shades might be changing just a little bit because we're not going to be out in the sun all the time. And so that way with the 2 different shades, you are able to correct that, or you are able to have that perfect shade all year round. And then we give you a bottle of love and a bottle of blush. And our blush is super high pigmented. It does bloom. And so it does intensify. So you're only using drops at a time. With the blush, you're using 2 drops. And with love, maybe 2, maybe 3, depending on where you're using it, what you're using it for. Because a lot of our products coexist or commingle, meaning you can use them in different ways. And so that's the great thing about Luminous, is that you do have so many options. So when you get your system out, we want you to do the following things: is get it out, plug it in, and when you turn it on, there is air that comes out. So just move this around, feel the air. Wherever you feel the air is exactly where the makeup's going. And so it does take that guesswork out. So make sure you are keeping it 4 finger widths away. You keep moving and barely pull back on that trigger. That's one of the things you want to practice with, or practice, is barely pulling back on that trigger, because you want very little makeup coming out. This is a different way of applying foundation. This is airbrush foundation. So you are not applying it like you would traditional makeup. So don't expect it to go on the same. Don't expect it to look the same. Just know that. All right. So now let's go ahead and get started. So now that fall is here, supposedly, let's go ahead and kind of look at maybe how we need to freshen our makeup colors. And I do want to talk about coverage, whether you like light coverage or medium coverage or full coverage or whatever that coverage may be. You're able to get that with Luminous. Now we do have products that you can get what I like to call pre-coverage, meaning I can use X out, I can use eraser to start that coverage process. One of the higher products in coverage is our CC concealer. This is one of my favorites. I love airbrushing that underneath my eyes to get rid of the darkness and the darkness on my lids. And because I'm airbrushing, it looks natural. It's going to cover and not look crepey or anything like that. If you're airbrushing underneath the eyes and there is crepiness, chances are you're either pulling back too hard, or maybe you're trying to stay in that spot. You want to hit it and quit it so you can just boom, 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 keep going, because you can go back and get more coverage, but don't expect to get that full coverage on the very first try. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to start with the CC concealer. And I put about 3 drops, and I'm going to use it on my lids and underneath my eyes. So I actually start my movement first, lightly pulling back on the trigger, and I feel the cool breeze from the air, but then once the product's being let out, not only can you hear it, but you can feel it a little bit more coolness on your, like right now, my lid. Now I'm going to spray underneath my eyes. I look up and I start that movement, but as soon as I feel that, I'm like moving it down. So like if I'm doing the airbrush, I'm like bam, 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 always moving. You're never going to go in the same spot twice. There will be overlap, but not in the same spot. Hey, Jeannie, good to see you. Now I'm going to cover the redness of my nose. I have some broken capillaries here. Okay. Are they covered how I want it? No. I'm going to keep going and getting till I get that coverage, but I can blend it down. What's great about that with airbrushing the concealer on is you're not going to see any demarcation lines. It blends for you. So regardless of the coverage, even if I go in and I'm doing some pretty good coverage here, you still can't tell where the demarcation line, where my skin starts or where the makeup starts and my skin stops, whatever. You can't, it works with it. So that when we say it works with your skin, that's what we're talking about. Now, if I got it a little crepey here, tap it out. You can use a sponge as well. And there we go. So I got some of my pre-coverage going. And I'll go ahead and start with the foundation. How are you doing today, Jeannie? And I am going to put a drop of shade 2 in there because all I have is shade 4. So I'm going to lighten it just a little bit. I'm normally a shade 3. So in a quick fix, making my pass, I go in and I make one complete pass. Blending up and down the neck. Now I'll look in the mirror. Okay, where else do I need my coverage? What else do I need to have happen? What am, like if I need to blend it out, do I need to smooth out anything? Because you can just go where you need it. You don't have to put the same amount everywhere. If I blended it from where the CC concealer is and everything looks covered that I need to cover, then you're golden. You don't have to do any more. All right, blowing that out right there. And now I'm going to go in. I want to do some fall colors. Let's see. Let's look up some fall colors. Try this one. Let's do this one right here. This is the world. We are the world. I'm going to do this one right here. I love that core color. That core color is beautiful. It's like that terracotta, but this one, it does have a little bit of a shimmer. And so you do have, a little bit of some options. I'm going to, let me get all my brushes that I need. Where's the flat one? Where's the flat one? All right. I am going to use the Nude and Naughty because I am going to use the core, which is that terracotta color, but I'm going to do something else in my crease. So using just a medium brown, I'm going to do that in my crease. And that is in the Nude and Naughty palette. Jeannie, do you have big plans this weekend? Any big plans? Got a little hair up there. I needed a. Blending it back and forth, doing my little windshield wiper move, very lightly touching the eye. I'm not having to scrub. I'm not having to press hard, not a lot of pressure, just moving it back and forth to blend, to soften the edges. Now, something like this with eyeliner, hey, you could be good to go with this. But because it's fall and we maybe want to take it up a notch, I'm going to go in with Core and put this on my lid. Oh, fun. Look how beautiful that color is. I love it. It's almost like the amber luminizer. Very similar. And so I'm just putting that right where the color of my eye would be. Today is my dad's birthday, my friend Liz's birthday, my niece's birthday. We have a lot of birthdays. All right. We're doing a dinner tomorrow night. Isn't that color beautiful? I love it. So you can keep going, make it as strong as you want it, or do it lighter. But I just love how that just boom, I love it. Now I'll go in with a little bit of the dark brown in the Nude and Naughty and just pop up that edge a little bit, that outside corner, just to make my eyes pop a little bit more, creating the depth. Back and forth. I don't even pick up my brush. I'm just making a V shape. And then I'm going to use this other one to blend a little bit. Isn't that gorgeous? And then I think I'm going to take the core. Let's see. Let's line with that one too. See what that looks like. It might be too red to do it, so I can go back with a little bit of the dark brown and put it right on top. That way it still ties into what I did in the front, or the top. So it's the Whirl Genie and Nude and Naughty. All right. Eyes are done. Now, if I needed to make sure that nothing was like, you know, no fallout or anything like that, I'm going to take the Cut One palette, taking my powder brush and using the flat white. I'm kind of killing two birds with one stone because I can swipe this, but at the same time, I'm highlighting underneath my eyes. Like that. All right. So now going in and let's contour. It really, actually, you know, Jeannie, I should look at the Click and Plays. Well, actually, that palette's probably on sale too. I have to look. I can't remember. But also look at Click and Play. There's one like that. I need to get the Click and Plays out. So you have some options with those. The Click and Play I love, but then the palettes I love too. I don't know. A lot of options. But if you have started collecting the Click and Plays, that would be a good option. All right, so now eyes are done. Foundation is done. Highlighting is done. I got some shape to my face. And now we always talk about, you know, changing colors. I used the Pouting Peony earlier today with lips. It's a great neutral palette, or a great neutral fall color. And so now this is Stark Lip Liner. And I'm going to go in and line the lips with that. Have you started to use the Click and Plays? And do this one. Smudge those together, fill it in a little bit. There we go on that. So Stark has a little, it's actually very close to the peony. It is very close to that peony. But this, you could put a lip topper on top of it. You could also do the lip jelly is another great one to do on top, or leave it just like this. It has that staying power, definitely. Oh, the Nude and Naughty. That one, I mean, like that should be a staple just because there's 36 eyeshadows and they're all pretty much ones that you could wear every single day. So it's a great go-to. The click and plays I love just because you can build out any, you know, look that you want. All right, getting some mascara on. But like if you got the Nude and Naughty, and then the one color in the click and plays that's kind of that color, that would set you up too. I have to look and see what shade it is. I think it's called Core, actually. All right. Making sure to get the amount of mascara on that I love. Using the larger part of the brush to put it on, and then the very end to separate and straighten the lash. And then you can get it all the way in without getting mascara on your nose. And there we go. Voila. All right. Hey, fall look. We're going to do that next one too at 5. So we're going to do a complete fall look. I'm going to do the bronzer, but the bronzer in the shimmer bronzer, the metallic bronzer. This is a great one to use. Yeah, I know, I love that liner too. So we'll kind of look at that and see how to utilize that and get that fall look going. Can still use bright colors, but of course, we're going to switch it up some for fall. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you back here at 5. Bye for now.